Hey guys, my name is Katie Cleveland. For those that don't know me, I am an energy painter. So what that means is I like to pour my emotions and feelings onto canvas and abstract forms as a way to process and release them. This type of painting has more to do with releasing your feelings and less to do with how it'll turn out. It's also known as meditative painting or drawing. So this class is going to be focused on painting feelings of inner freedom. So when I think of freedom, I think about inner freedom. So I think freedom from mind, freedom from thought. I tend to overanalyze and overthink things. So I think there's a personal inner freedom. Another thing I think about with freedom is, freedom to travel, to be in nature, to spend time with loved ones. With the coronavirus happening, so much of our life has been in confinement. So I wanted to focus this class on embracing inner freedom. So this class is going to look like, we're going to start with what is an affirmation. I'm going to tell you what that is, give you examples, and then we'll pause the video and do 10 minutes of writing out our affirmation, choosing one, and then after that's done, we'll move on to the next half of the class, and that will be painting inner freedom. And I'm going to show you examples of what that looks like for me so that you can get some ideas on how to do it yourself. And then we'll do 20 minutes painting inner freedom, and then I'll stop there and we'll wrap up the class. So let's get started with what an affirmation is. What is an affirmation? It is a short phrase of something you want to feel or attract in your life. It is a great way to change your way of thinking towards a situation by repeating it multiple times a day. So below here, I have a few different examples that you could use for your painting or drawing. They are, I invite new choices into my life and I give closure to the past. I experience boundless faith-filled freedom. I live free from struggle and fear. I am free to be myself. And then the last one is Obstacles are Detours in the Right Direction by Gabby Bernstein. So this one is a little bit different. It doesn't have the word freedom in it, but it gives me an overall sense of freedom when I hear it. So if none of these are working for you, you can take this time to look up freedom affirmation online. And, you could also use something different that doesn't have the word freedom in it, like the bottom example that I have here. So once you do have your freedom affirmation picked out, draw out a circle or square in the center of your painting or drawing, and then put your affirmation inside of it. So now we're going to take 10 minutes to figure out what our freedom affirmation is, and then drawing it out. So let's go ahead and start with that. Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the class so far. Now we're going to move on to painting feelings of freedom. So grab your colored pencils or your watercolors, whatever you're using. You can use as many colors as you like. And now I'm going to show you some examples so you can begin your drawing or painting. This is my most recent painting that I created, and it's called Freedom. So there's 3 different aspects to this painting. The first one is what I've been thinking about is who was I when we first had to go into lockdown and the virus was, going crazy. So, and then the second part is how have I grown through this whole situation of always being at home. And then the third is, what am I willing to let go of that no longer serves me as we try to get life back to normal? So each section of this kind of represents all of that combined. And then the pink represents the new life and how life will be when we, start living our daily lives again. So I just wanted to show you that to give you some inspiration for your painting or drawing. So let's move on to some smaller examples. All right, so here are 3 smaller illustrations that you could use to get started with your drawing or painting inner freedom. So when you do start this part of the process, try to focus more on the feeling of inner freedom than how the canvas or piece of paper is gonna look. And then some other aspects of freedom that come to mind when I think of inner freedom is like I can find inner freedom in nature, and that when I do, it's refreshing. So I made a kind of raindrop pattern here on the right hand side to represent like that refreshing aspect of freedom. And then in the middle here are some free flowy lines, and I use the color green, and green represents nature to me. And then on the branch one on the left is representative of a tree branch. And so yeah, I just use some purple and pink to kind of make a neat little tree branch pattern. So feel free to use one or all 3 of these in your painting or drawing of inner freedom. Okay, so here's the last example. This is a finished piece that I created when I first taught this inner freedom class on Zoom. So as you can see here, I have my affirmation in the center, and then when it came to the drawing inner freedom, I used the 3 shapes I just showed you, and I worked my way around this piece of paper, layering in and alternating between the different shapes. So I just wanted to show you this as an idea for yours. So let's go ahead and do 20 minutes of painting or drawing. All right, guys, that wraps up today's class. I do have a challenge for you. So this piece of art is meant to be an interactive art piece. So I challenge you to put this up in your home, and then every time you walk by it, say the affirmation out loud so you can start embracing more inner freedom in your daily life. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. I'd love to see your artwork as well, so you can tag me in it on Facebook or Instagram. The name is Katie Cleveland Art, and I hope to see you again soon for another art class.